This is a local mine that I go to occasionally to try to find garnets, kyanite, aquamarine, and other minerals. You can see all the downed trees after the hurricane. It looked quite different after visiting for the first time in maybe 6 or so months. You can see all the debris and stuff. I got really lucky and I found my first aquamarine. I've been searching for aquamarine for many years, maybe 2, 3 years, and I finally found mine. And it was just sitting in the creek. It felt like it was waiting for me. We found this super cool tree. All the tree roots were wrapped around this huge boulder and growing out of it. And it extended all the way up. Super tall tree. Then I went to my friend's house and they had made little gummies out of like citrus or something. It was really good. Then after that, we went back to the mine the next day and found some super cool icicles. And this is usually the area where we go and rock hound and find different rocks and minerals, and it's always fun to see what we might find while we're out exploring in this area. Look at that icicle. It was just so cool to see it underneath this ledge and fun to feel too. You can see all of the erosion on the side of the path there. Then I found this strange little formation of ice. I had never seen ice in this kind of pattern. It was all crackled and a little bit round looking, so I picked it up to try to understand why it was made that way, and it was right by the creek, so I'm guessing it has something to do with the running water. You can see I zoomed in a little closer and you can see the really cool pattern in there. It's almost woody looking, but it's in the ice. It's important to be curious and try to figure out what's happening around you, why things happen in a certain way, and learn.
Different aspect of the body, but everything's everything all of the time. All of them are functioning simultaneously.
And here I am studying. I got some flashcards and spent way too much money trying to get study materials for my board exam. It's been a pain. But I got myself a new stethoscope, AI stethoscope. I was thinking about showing you guys how I use my stethoscope, but I don't really want it to be an ad, so I'll think about it. This is one of the minerals that we found at the mine, and you can see it in the rough form there, and then I polished it up with my lapidary, and you can see it looks a little bit nicer. It looks a little bit similar to kyanite, but it's not quite, because it's quite heavy. And I just like to polish up these stones and see what happens after. This one I left as is. It's got a little bit of that pink, and that shine I think is columbite. I have wanted to go to Taipei for years. Like, I was going to go to Taipei maybe like a year or two ago, and I was set on going. And now I actually have the opportunity to go with my university to work at a hospital there for like an internship. And it's really expensive, and I don't know if I want to go. Even though I wanted this, now I have the opportunity. I'm like, do I even want to go? It just seems like really hard. Like, I'm just so tired already. And then I'd have to deal with all the travel and probably sleeping in like some really terrible accommodations while I'm abroad in a country that I don't know and I don't speak the language, and it just seems really daunting. And I'm like, I don't know, it costs at least $10K. I don't know, guys. I don't know what to do. Can you tell my face? I'm just like exhausted. I'm tired. My sleep schedule's so messed up. It's 3:47 a.m. Just can't go to sleep, so I might as well do some paperwork. And funny thing is they ended up canceling the Taipei trip, so I didn't have to worry about it. Woohoo! This is another piece of aquamarine that I found. It's much smaller and it's very cracked, but I also found this one in the creek. The color is much more pale, almost like a clear beryl. I think it's called goshenite. And this is the bigger aquamarine that I had found. It's a little bit more of a pale green compared to the other one, and it's much larger, although it still does have a bit of inclusions. I found it exactly like that, no polishing or chipping away at anything. It was in that exact form in the creek. This one was a new find. I did not know what the little gray pieces inside the stone was. My guess is that it's a type of smoky quartz. Some people may say that it's a zebra quartz that I've looked it up, and that might be it. But I had never seen it before. This is a piece of probably more so smoky quartz that I found and was attempting to polish up. Sometimes I polish them and don't complete them all the way. It's more of a stress relieving thing for me to find stones and then polish them up. I have a lot of fun doing that. And this one has more iron in it. You can see by the orange and the red bits, probably garnet. This, I think, is some columbite again. You can see by the rustiness of the materials. A lot of our minerals here are iron rich, and you can see some specks of black tourmaline in there too. This one, we were not quite sure what it was. It might be a really, really low quality emerald. And this is just my process here, polishing up all of the small kyanite pieces that I've found. And I can find a pretty big handful during each trip. And the kyanite pieces are kind of like a gunmetal gray blue, very nice natural color that we can find. And I can just find many different shapes and colors of this material. Sometimes the color is a dark gray, sometimes it's a lighter gray. Most of the time it does have some sort of hue of blue to it, and I've found some occasions where the blue is very bright, but that's a little more uncommon. It's quite rare to have the vibrant blues that you can find at your crystal or mineral or a gem store or something like that. Most of the time these colors are quite muted and they're more earthy tones. So you can see here that I'm getting all the dust and mud off of these pieces. I was thinking about maybe making a necklace or something out of it in the future. This is more so my personal pastime and hobby to get to know these different materials and colors. And I find it to be a really fun experience to go to different mines and different locations and to discover all the strange things in the geography and the geology of each place, because each stone, each material, each crystal, each gem is so unique to that particular area. And you can find out so much about nature and that particular area by looking very closely at these stones. Stones are also a great way to understand the periodic table of elements. Some elements provide the variety of different colors for these minerals, like chromium can add an element of green. Iron can actually be blue or red, depending on how it is synthesized in the material. So I use stones and minerals to better understand electrolytes in the human body also, and to see what compounds have what effects on different plants and the human body within the environment. And understanding these things helps me connect all the dots that are so peculiar about nature. Besides understanding the elements and the specific chemical compositions of each mineral, there are also different crystalline structures of each mineral. So this kyanite stone is much more striated and very straight in its structure. I know there's specific terminology like cubic and orthorhombic and whatnot. I haven't gotten that far yet into understanding crystallography and being able to explain it to you all. But I do know that certain stones like opals and obsidian are more amorphous, so they have a different type of crystalline structure. This is a bigger piece of kyanite I found, and I particularly liked it because it looks like a shark tooth to me. What I'm doing here is using a Dremel tool and going in with a small bit to get off a lot of the debris like the mud and the iron that's on the piece of kyanite. You can see that the kyanite has two different structures that are kind of combining in the middle there. They're usually isolated pieces that are straight up and down like you see to the left. This one was stuck together. Here's a little art piece that I made together with my friend. He drew it and I painted over it with some blue. Now, I'm not exactly sure what I was doing in this clip, but I think it was more to just say that I had been on the computer and staring at a screen for a long time, and I wanted all of you to know I've been having to look up so many papers and just stare for just way too much. We should not be indoors and sedentary for this many hours a day, but here's me just staring off and I don't know. I'm just having a moment here, don't we all? Look at me, I'm just like, I just look pissed. Like, what's happening? Looking at my little studio office. I do have my tea though, so I'm kind of happy. And here's me doing a little selfie in my crappy little spot in the bathroom there. Month 7 of residency. I have been on so many plane rides this year, y'all. It's eating up all my money and all my time, but here I am commuting yet again to LA. Hey everybody! Hey everybody! Back in LA again, and I just wanted to try out this little thing. You can't really see it very well, but it's a little tin full of tea resin, and I have never had tea resin. It's from Jesse's Tea House, and I have been following him, and he used to be a comedian in China, and he's pretty funny and sells tea. I've never bought anything from him. This is my first little purchase here. And I usually never do plugs, or like, I try to hide brands as much as possible on my YouTube, but I did want to give this a try because it looks super convenient to carry around with you while traveling. Although the thing is like, it actually opened up in my bag and it spilled out because it doesn't like click shut. So that's one thing I didn't like about it, but I hadn't tried these little tablets yet, and they're made out of concentrated tea, and it says on like the back, like, do not eat it. And I was actually thinking about it, so I'm glad they wrote don't eat it, because I totally would have. So there's like 4 different types of tea in this: red tea, rose red tea, chaud-pu'er, and chen pi chaud-pu'er. So yeah, I think I might try it out. I don't have hot water with me, but I have a water bottle. Maybe I do need to heat up some hot tea. And try this out. I can't figure out which one I want to do first. I think I want to try the rose red tea. So that's what it looks like in its little like metal wrapper, and that's what it looks like when it comes out. It's a little piece of resin, and it just looks so like I want to eat it, but I know you're not supposed to. So I guess will boil some hot water and then put it in my water bottle and tell you guys how it tastes. I can't imagine that it's gonna be bad because I freaking love tea. Like I have to have tea every day of my freaking life. I also did bring some green tea with me because I have to. I brought some of this stuff. It's Japanese fukamucha. Like it's a spring tea, which is like one of my favorite kinds. And this kind does have little rice puffs in them, which I do not like. But I did not realize that's what it had in it. And then I usually just get the tea that's just tea and matcha inside. But I always have my tea, and then I also got my little bag. I am trying out yerba mate. I bought a big bag of it, and for travel, I just put it in this baggie. It looks so suspicious, but obviously it is just like leaves of yerba mate. So I made sure to label it and stuff just in case, like, I don't know. I was thinking about like taking it through security and then being like, what do you have in here? I'll be like, it's just yerba mate. I swear. So that's what I bring with me. It's my little tea bags. And of course I brought a strainer for the yerba mate because it is really powdery and it has its like small little pieces. So let me go and make some hot water and I'll show you what it looks like. Just waiting for the water to heat up. Okay, hot water is ready. I'm gonna put it in this cup first and then dissolve it in, and then I'll put it into a water bottle so you guys can see it. Okay. So here's my hot water. And I'll put my little tea resin in there. A little stick, you can't see it, but it's dissolving. Ooh, it smells, I do smell faint rose in there. Is this a crime for me to put it in like a plastic bottle? I feel like it is. And then I'm just gonna take this little last piece of resin that's not dissolved and just throw it in here. Ooh, whoa. Watch this get me so hyped for the day. It's like, what time is it even? It's 3:54 a.m. here. But I woke up at like 12:54, so I've been up for a little bit. I actually didn't even need caffeine, but you know, I have to have some anyways. I think I'm like really messing up how I'm doing it, but this is what it looks like. It's, again, there's like still some that I didn't completely dissolve. Yeah, you can really get that rose fragrance from the rose one, which I really am liking. It's pretty good. It's like like a nice, gentle, like refreshing flavor. And it's not like intense. Like it's not like an in your face. It smells so good. Oh my god. I'm just gonna be weirdo just like sniffing this. Yeah, pretty good. So other than like the tin just opening and spilling everywhere, I think this is, I'm just gonna put a little thing of tape over it and take it with me when I travel to LA. It's gonna be my little tea companion here. So thanks, Jessie. I'm really liking this. I don't think I will get a whole tea set for my travels just because it's just way too much, but this is perfect. Hey guys, I'm in Marina Del Rey again. It is 4 a.m. and we have another intensive little week to be learning about longevity medicine, and thanks for watching, and I'll take you guys with me on my journey. You can catch me on YouTube. New season of Nth V longevity medicine vlogs are coming out on the spring equinox. That's March 20th. So I hope you guys will check it out. I'm working on a lot of big things. I put a couple updates up on Blue Sky. I know I haven't been super active on there, but it's just been a crazy 2025. So thanks for watching. I hope to catch you guys soon, and see you later. Good morning, everyone. It is 4 a.m. in Marina Del Rey. I know I haven't been active on Blue Sky or social media. I just have been so busy with everything going on from Hurricane Helene, Palisades Fire, and working on my medical residency, which includes a clinical trial. So I have all my updates that I posted in Blue Sky. If you guys want to check it out, there's a list of like 7 different things that I've been working on. I did say hello to people on Discord, and a new season of Nth V vlogs, longevity vlogs, are coming out on the spring equinox, which is March 20th. So it'll be a continuation of everything that I've been working on in Japan from last October. So I hope you guys will take a look and follow me on my journey. Thanks for following along. I hope you guys are doing well out there, and I will catch you guys next time. So it's finally light out, but it is so cold outside. It's like 48 degrees and my room is not warming up, even though I'm like changing the thermostat. I didn't bring any long sleeves, so I'm just like shivering in my room, but it's light. So I wanted to go take a little walk out on the marina. It might be way too cold, but we can go together and see how it is. It was raining the first day I was here, but the weather cleared up. The skies are nice and clear and blue. It was super chilly out though, but I had to go and take a little lap outside and look at all these richy people, yachts and boats. Like, it is so nice. This is a nicer hotel than I usually stay at. I usually stay at like really crappy ones. And then I went back inside, and there's a little hummingbird, and you cannot see him very well in this shot, but he was flying around in the palm trees. It was so cute. Like, you can see him like flittering around right there. I wish I could have gotten a close-up, but it was fun for me to see in person. My room was so cold that one of the maintenance people brought me in a little heater. It's much warmer now, but now it's so warm that it's making me sleepy. The cold was like keeping me up. Now that it's warm, I'm like, okay, it's time to go to sleep. And it's, I think it's like 7 or 8 a.m. now. Here's me being a little egg the next morning, or maybe it was night. I actually don't even remember. It's just a bunch of random clips that I have saved in my phone, but I think it's morning. It's a beautiful morning out here in LA in this beautiful month of Ramadan. so nice and blue. Like a little picturesque window right here. I have my outfit ready. I got this blue shirt and a little blazer and some white pants. You might not be able to see it because the bed's white, but got some white pants. And that's what I'll be wearing. Although it's a lot fancier than what most people wear. It's not fancy at all. It's just like really, really cheap, like clothes from Amazon. But I think it matters to look like you're putting some effort into how you present yourself. So put that outfit together, and then some shoes. Got some new shoes. I've been needing shoes that I can wear into clinic but are also comfortable, because we're not allowed to like wear like tennis shoes and stuff. Even when we're seeing patients. I know some hospitals and stuff will let you wear like nursing shoes or tennis shoes or stuff like that, but I don't think we're really allowed to wear that. And I prefer to have a little bit more of like a polished look anyways. So I'll get ready and then show you guys the final look. I usually don't do like clothing vlogging, but we'll do that for today because I have a cool stethoscope that I want to show you guys. So yeah. My sleep schedule is so messed up. I kind of want to have my hair down, but I'm not sure. I probably will end up putting it up in a clip, but yeah, you can't see the whole thing. The pants are quite long, but yeah, I have a long day ahead of me. I did not sleep at all last night, so we'll see how I hold up. This is outside on my balcony. Now I'm all dressed up and ready to go. I don't look like I have any sleep deprivation at all, and I'm just cheesing right there, being a weirdo. Last little look at the pool that I do not get to enjoy, and I passed out so hard. It wasn't even night, it was like evening, because I had been up for 24 hours and I was just like, I got back to my hotel and then immediately just like passed out. I didn't even like have time to brush my teeth. But now I'm up. It is, I think, like 4:30 in the morning, and I'm just gonna take a little shower and get ready for my next day. I threw in some lemons in my shower to help me feel refreshed and bright. It was such a nice day. Like, look at this beautiful pool. I got to sit out here for like a total of 15 minutes before I had to go back to university and sit in class all day. It was such a nice day. I wish I could have sat here longer. It's such a nice day out, and I have to go in and sit in a class. Now that I'm done with my day, I have to go and pack. I have unpacked and repacked so many times in these last few months. It's gotten to be a little bit easier for me. The next morning was so bright and beautiful. Just look at this color palette. It's so beachy and nice. Got the browns and the blues and the greens. I was taking a little moment to sit outside and enjoy all of it before I had to go on another 8-hour journey all the way back home. Here's me just before I'm about to check out of my hotel. It is so bright. For the last few minutes that I had at the hotel, I decided that I'll have a little chat with all the plants and see what they had to say about all of this. So this one had a little red flag, and I followed the red flags to the other plants. A little succulent and a nice little leafy there. Some rosettes. Some other similar succulent plants. This one had some red flowers that I had never seen. I had never seen this plant before. Nice bright red flowers. Nice bright red petals. At the ends of these succulenty stems. And where does this lead me? It led me out to the marina. And let's see this red flag here. Okay. So the red flags leading to the red flags and some more very vibrant yellow flowers, some green succulents. Felt so nice. These were particularly interesting. I hadn't seen them before either. Had no idea what they were. And another flag, so I guess there's some gay pirates out there. Spent some time outside next to the pool, and now I'm headed back home. Another 8-hour plane flight, and I have a lot of things piled up that I have to do. So I will be working on that all this week. I think I'm a move out here. Thanks so much for following me on another episode of my vlogs. Big shout out to all my people on Twitch, YouTube, Discord. You guys mean so much to me, and thanks for being here with me on my journey, and I will catch you guys next time.